guys, how are you? A lot of times the first question that I get from either viewers or customers at Best Buy is, what is the lens that I should get with my first SLR? A lot of times people think that bigger is better and try to go for a zoom lens, and I mean, unless you're going to be really doing far away type shots, or if you feel like you'll need something with that kind of range, I actually usually recommend this guy, which is the Canon 50mm f1.8 lens. It retails for only $129. If you were to get it used, or maybe on Amazon or some kind of online retailer, you can usually get it for about $100, which is unbeatable. Nowadays they do sell the 40mm STM lens, which takes advantage of the T4i's autofocus continuously in video mode. But that one's running at about $200, I believe, so this is still cheaper. A lot of times people critiqued that this guy is going to be made a little more cheaply than the 40mm, and I will admit that that's true, but this is made with a plastic type body, and I've actually never felt like this was weak in terms of like physicality. When it was attached to my camera, I always felt like it was sturdy. It was actually pretty small, made my camera feel a little more compact, and actually looked pretty cool. But going from something like the 18-55 kit lens, this is going to be so much more of a wide open aperture. You're going to be able, even if you just look at it, you can tell it's significantly more open. The lens allows you to get a lot more light in there. So in any type of low light situation, whether that be photography or video, you are going to notice that this is significantly better. Now, as I think I mentioned earlier, a prime lens is one that does not zoom. All you have control over really is the focus and again the stuff inside the camera. So, I mean, with this guy, I really feel that if you're going to get into photography heavily, that you should definitely experiment with prime lenses. In terms of portraiture, this thing is unbeatable. You don't really have the ability to zoom, so you're going to need to move yourself physically to get the focus and the overall look that you're looking for. Now the f1.8 aperture, and obviously going up it only gets better, f1.8 is going to give you extreme depth of field. Throughout this video you guys will be seeing some test photos that I've taken over the past 6 months that I've had this lens, and as you can see, that depth of field is just totally unbeatable. Now, the only issue that I've really had with this is that in terms of vlogging, it's not really the easiest in terms of focusing. You can get a wireless remote or like a remote shutter of any kind. I use the Canon RC6 wireless remote for the T3i, but I've shot this review about 3 different times over the past 6 months and had to throw out each take because of the fact that I can't seem to focus it perfectly, even when it's on automatic, even when I try to manually do it myself, because you have to step far away. Now when you're on a crop sensor like the T3i, the T4i, any of those, it's going to magnify the lens, so instead of it looking like a 50mm, it's really going to look like an 85mm or something around that range. If you're on a full-sized sensor camera such as like the 5D or anything like that, you will notice that it looks a lot more like an eye's view, not magnified, gives you that kind of look that you see when you're looking at something, that one thing that you're looking at is in focus and everything behind it is blurred but still within your vision. If you're going to be shooting yourself, you're going to probably want to have somebody else in the room focus it for you, because wireless remotes, no matter what you try, a lot of times it's very, very hard to get it accurate on your own. If you're going to be shooting other people, if you're going to be doing any type of filmmaking, obviously portraiture, photography, you're going to have a much, much better quality image because of the fact that you control the focus and you can make it look exactly the way you want. When you have to be like 3 or 4 feet away from the camera because of the magnification of this lens on a crop sensor, you're not going to always get the focus that you're looking for, which, like I said, I had to can a couple of takes of this, which was very unfortunate and kind of discouraging. For $100 roughly, this is an amazing lens, and I would recommend it to just about anybody who has an SLR, beginner, an advanced user, anything like that. The 50mm focal point is awesome, and at this price you really can't beat the aperture that you're getting. Again, I would just be aware of the whole video issue if you're using this for YouTube. I mean, I feel like I've always wanted to use this for YouTube. Granted, this is the lens that I have on my camera 99.9% of the time. I really only use my kit lens now for videos like this, where I have to record myself and want to be close to the camera so I can control everything. If you were to experiment with the the aperture within your camera, maybe to bring it up higher than f1.8. I'm sure you'd be able to do a little bit better in video. I have a lot of experimentation that I'm going to need to do in terms of shooting video with this. All in all though, anyone who's looking to get the best bang for their buck out of a lens, anyone who's looking to grab their first lens outside of the kit lens that came with their camera, this is the one that I usually recommend to, again, like I said, customers at work, but also viewers online. And you really can't go wrong with this. And if you need to upgrade to a higher end one in the future, so be it. But as a first prime lens, and as you're sort of entering into the world of non-zooming, this is a great option. So I would highly recommend it, regardless of my video issues that I have had. If you have any other specific questions about the 50mm f1.8 by Canon, I know Nikon offers a similar rendition, but if you have some specific questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Also feel free to contact me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those places. Links are below for that as well, and we can discuss this whole DSLR thing further. As always, thank you guys for watching, subscribing, rating, commenting, all that stuff. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit the ice cream cone somewhere on the screen to check out my ice cream project. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.